And we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Drinking Games. This is episode 39. I'm here with Damien this time. I'm not here with James.
Guys. Hi, guys.
Hey, you met him just a couple weeks ago on the was that the game of the year? Yeah, we didn't really get into the decade, right?
No, I believe it
Yeah,
was just our games of the year.
yeah, that's right. If there was one thing I would change about that episode, just getting into
Hmm.
like the behind the scenes, it would be something to speed that along a little bit more. Like
Oh, of
we were
course. We
talking for a long time about those games. Like we should have had like a time limit on how long like we were allowed to talk about each game or something. Because I don't
Mhm.
know, there's obviously like episodes of this show that I'd be like, this is what I would change and this is what I would, just you know, if
Yeah, of
somebody
course.
decides to listen to
Well,
this
I
episode, you know
mean,
what I mean?
we were all well aware that it was a little long in the tooth, and we've had that same issue before on Games Matrix. I mean,
Yeah,
we get very passionate. We love video games, and that's really cool. That's one of the you know awesomest things about us collectively, I think.
yeah, yeah. It was cool
And
to have us all together again too. That was
Right.
awesome.
I mean, and we hadn't all been together in a while, so I think that also played a big part in it, and excitement, and just wanting to talk and just say stuff. You know what I mean? Tell
Yeah,
people what you've been up to and everything like that. So it was to be expected.
yeah.
Uh, I definitely think that we would have definitely benefited from a moderator or somebody to push us along, but
We
whatever.
all just wanted to talk about video games. Video games are awesome, people.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we had a good show there. Me and James did follow that up with like our games of the decade.
Hmm.
I unanimously was like Witcher 3. Like I've yet to see a game better than that,
Mm.
pound for pound.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I can respect that uh, as the game of the decade, mostly because there isn't anything else out there that really can compete with what The Witcher 3 brings to the table as far as storytelling and characters.
Yeah. And the writing is so insane, dude.
Right,
It makes
like
you so excited for Cyberpunk.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, now if you want to look at like a if we're looking at gaming as a whole, did Witcher really like break any barriers? Not
No.
necessarily, because it's a linear, not linear, it's an open world story driven game
Yeah.
versus something like Minecraft or even
Yeah. I
TA
mean,
Online, that's an ever evolving live service game.
right, right, right.
Like,
Yeah, there's
er,
definitely probably a better get like I guess with Witcher 3, my thought is there's never been a game with better writing. I would say there's probably games with better gameplay. There probably is. Like some of the sword fighting has aged a little bit in that game. Uh,
yeah,
but other than that, like the writing, the storytelling, the characters, all of that, I dug more than any other game this decade. But yeah, there's
mhm.
probably a good handful of games like gameplay wise and like you said, like live service games, which are changing all the time. Like I'm sure there's plenty of people who say Fortnite is their game of the decade.
Right, sure,
You know
or
what I
Minecraft
mean?
or whatever.
Or
Like, I mean,
Minecraft. Yeah.
for me, it would be a game like Witcher that has to do with you being invested in the story and the characters and all
Yeah.
that shit. Like, I I don't know what I would pick for myself.
Yeah. I think you can make an argument if you're. I'm not a huge Destiny guy, but I
Hmm.
feel like you could make an argument with something like Destiny.
I
I
don't
don't.
see. I mean, I somebody could, but I would not.
Yeah.
If somebody said that to me, I would have to sit them down and explain to them and show them some videos as to why they're absolutely wrong.
Right. I'm a giant Metal Gear nerd,
Mhm.
so Metal Gear 5, would probably be pretty close there too.
Yeah, 5 was really good, but the
The
thing about
story fell flat.
yeah, the thing about 5 is they really dropped the ball with the story at the end and all that stuff. They didn't get to
Yeah.
finish.
You knew exactly what the fuck the twist in that game was.
Mhm.
Like a handful of hours in, you knew what the hell was really going on.
Yeah.
And it's like they played it off like it was this big reveal. It's like, no, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's like nice fucking try. I mean, I
yeah,
think are you talking about
that
the
you're not
Eli?
playing.
Oh, that you're not. Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
to be quite honest, they had me fooled
Oh, they did.
for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they did for a little while, but there were certain parts in the story where that pointed to it. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah. Once that was revealed, and then I was like, oh, I see what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like especially when you like fucking Hal Emmerich's dad. I forget his name right now. Uh, Otacon's dad. I forget.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever
I
his
don't.
name was. Whenever you rescue him and he's like Snake and he's looking at you weird.
Hmm.
It's like he obviously doesn't recognize you as good as he did only a handful of years before,
Right.
and that little robot in his lab is like, is it you? Oh no, it's not you. You know what I mean? So it's like shit like that. And then
Yeah.
if you listen to some of the tapes, they do like a they do like a paternity test on you for Eli,
Hmm.
and then
Hmm.
it comes up negative.
Yes, I listened to that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
and
Hmm.
it's like, oh, okay, And then,
I
but there
mean,
was
like,
also really good parts of that story too. Like the
I mean,
main
yes, there
story
was.
mode, there was side stuff. Like if you
Hmm.
did the whole collect the photographs side missions where you come back and bring it to pause, and then you completed that, and you realize that that room doesn't even exist that you're going back to pause in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's you kind of it's kind of a really sad moment. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? That
Hmm.
like kind of choked me up a little bit. I was like, "Oh wow, he's like feeling really guilty about what happened, and shit like that." I don't know.
I mean, yes, there's beautiful, brilliant stuff in that game all throughout it. I mean, does it make it a bad game because it didn't stick its landing? No, it doesn't make it a bad game, but like you definitely have to take into consideration that it didn't stick its landing.
Yeah,
And there's other games that started strong and finished strong,
yeah,
and then have DLC that's strong to boot. So it's like
yeah.
I don't
True.
know.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. That's just a whole rant
Hmm.
about Metal Gear 5.
Yeah. No, I did love it, and I mean, it's kind of like to me what Nintendo did with Zelda, taking it open world with Breath of the Wild. Metal
Yeah.
Gear Solid 5 was pretty open world for the most part. Like, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you had to fly into the areas, but like you could go all around and do whatever, and it was fucking crazy. Like, I mean, the
Yeah.
way that you could tackle missions in that game, it literally was like an open-ended jigsaw puzzle with any piece you could figure out to fucking finish something.
Mhm.
Like I saw one mission where they had to like I forgot, I think it's like the second or third one where you got to like destroy something. It's like
Destroy like the satellites?
yeah, or something like that. No, I think it's just yeah, I think it's either the satellites or like the receiver or something like that. But you can just go in there, and most people tackle it in a way where they would like sneak in there,
At the Secret
destroy it.
Wars. Yeah. Let's
but you can just go in there because you can get the water gun.
Yeah.
You can just squirt it. It's an electronic, and it'll just malfunction. It's quiet when it does it, and it doesn't even alert any guards. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow, that's really fucking smart, and just
Yeah.
shows you how open ended they really tried to be with that game. I think.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy all like the little stuff you can do. Like you're saying, you can like squirt shit with the water gun. Or there's like certain missions too where you'll run into an area and do the shit and it'll like I said, there's like those satellites, which is like the fourth or fifth mission.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you could run into that area and blow up those satellites before you even started the mission.
Right.
And then you would start the mission and then run to the area and they'd be like, oh, they're all already destroyed, mission complete. And it's like, like
Yeah, like that's so
what?
fucking sick.
Yeah, like stuff like that. I don't know. There's like I played the fuck out. I platinumed that game. So
Mm,
like after I platinumed it, I just like would run
mm.
in and like wreck shit. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Yeah, of
I
course.
have a
Yeah.
tank. I'm gonna
Yeah.
drop down in my tank, start blowing
Like
people
I
up.
mean, that was
Use the armor, the parasite armor
right.
that you can get, and
Hmm.
then people are like just shooting at you. It's not doing anything, and you're just mowing people down. We don't have any more reinforcements. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
that was definitely fun to do in that fucking game. And that is a testament to how great the game was and the game's design was. But like if we're gonna talk about a game that does that, we can also talk about GTA Online.
yeah,
I won't say GTA 5 necessarily because 5 itself is not bad, but I think people are more impressed with GTA Online than they are with GTA 5. I think
I would probably say that's correct.
and
I
it makes
don't
a
know.
fucking lot of money, like a lot of money. And I don't know how, but it
Yeah,
does.
way too much. And now they got like a literal fucking casino in there and shit.
Hmm.
Like, who knows how much money they put
Yeah,
in that?
like that's just fucking ridiculous. They even got away with being able to do that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you guys want to complain about microtransactions and how they're gambling? Let's just fucking throw a casino. Like, I kind of respect them a little bit for just having the ginormous
Balls,
ball
yeah. Oh my god,
for
yeah. I
doing.
mean, I'm gonna say if anyone's gonna be a fucking snaky shark piece of shit
Yeah,
and get away with it, I guess it'll be Rockstar because their fucking name is Rockstar. So that's kind of Rockstar of them to be like, "Fuck you, we're gonna put a
yeah,
casino in our game that takes real money." I don't think it takes real money. I think it takes shark coins, and shark coins cost real money or some shit like that.
yeah, yeah. There's like, yeah, you're buying the shark coins to then use in the casino.
Yeah, it's like a loophole. Got to have your
Yeah,
loophole.
yeah. There's always a loophole. It's not
Hmm.
like, yeah, that's crazy. What do you think? What do you think about old Rockstar? Do you think they're going straight to GTA 6, or you think they're gonna do like some Bully 2 or
So here's the thing
something
with Rock.
completely new? That would be
Here's what
dope.
I, yeah, here's what I think about Rockstar and their next project. And I think I could even like generalize this for most or the whole gaming field, the people that are making games right now in general. Like Rockstar, okay, sure, they're making a new game, right? Or they will announce a new game eventually. It's
Yeah,
still way too early. People are like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's gonna be this week or some shit." I'm like, "No,
Oh,
still way too soon. Calm calm down." Like
yeah,
Red Dead just came out on PC in September or some shit. Like things are still like calm down.
yeah,
So they'll announce a new game. What do I think it's going to be? To be quite honest with you, I really think it's going to be something in their wheelhouse that's safe. It's not going to be a Bully 2 or something that might not sell. It's going to be either GTA 6 or I guess it has to be GTA 6, really, to be quite honest with you, because right now in the industry of gaming, where we're at right now, and how expensive it is to make video games, it's very risky to take a loss and come back from it. It's not like Hollywood where you can make a shitty movie and the studio will be okay because they'll get a different director or whatever. You make a shitty game, the whole company is probably going to be out of fucking luck because nowadays when studios were able to make more than one game and be more than one studio, those days are gone. So
the crazy thing about Rockstar though is they have so many studios like within each other. There's like like fucking. There's like a bunch, isn't there? There's like 5.
I believe there were like, oh my God, I don't want to jump on Google in the middle of our thing, but I believe there were 5. I'm just gonna, somebody can fact check it or whatever. We'll check it later or some shit. But I believe there were 5, and they had to close some. Like they worked with Team Bandai on
LA Noire.
LA Noire, and
they closed that.
LA Bandai suffered, not Rockstar. Bandai got closed.
Yeah, I think they even like split from Rockstar for a little bit, if I remember, for a while. And they were working on this game called The Whore of the Orient, if I remember correctly. And that was like, what was that game? They were trying to kickstart it, right, or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
And it didn't succeed, so they were like pretty much over after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would have been interesting to see them try to come back, but they obviously didn't.
No, which is unfortunate.
LA Noire is not the, it's not a terrible game.
It's really bad actually. Like when was the last time you played it or watched anything on it?
I tried to play. I did play it for like 2 or 3 hours, like recently, and it wasn't like this fantastic game, but I could see what they were trying to do. I don't know.
Like I definitely see what they were trying to do, but like not for nothing. It's one of the most boring, driest games I think I've ever experienced. And I know it doesn't age well. It doesn't hold up today at all. And they keep trying to release it and fucking hold it as like a hostage for other games and shit on other systems.
That's like such a shitty thing too, because you have like you said, they have the re-release that they did of LA Noire, and they have the fucking VR thing they did.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is Mad Max 3? Like, just fucking release that shit, Rockstar. You own that. If you're gonna re-release a bad game like LA Noire, you might as well release Mad Max 3, which is a criminally underrated game.
Arguably a much better game for you to release. I would imagine it would make them more money if they did it because more people would be excited for it. But I can only imagine there's some kind of a license issue or something, like a copyright issue or some shit. Like that's the only thing I could ever think of when companies don't release their old games that are really, really good that will make them a fucking mint easily. It's like, okay, well, there's a reason why they aren't releasing it. They must not be able to.
Yeah.
Not financially, but logistically, legally.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it really is.
Who knows what's going on there? Maybe Remedy's trying to buy back Mad Max.
Probably.
They did successfully buy back Alan Wake, right? That was a story that happened.
I think so. Yeah, I believe so.
The whole reason they're able to do this DLC in Control, where they're going back to like the Alan Wake universe.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if that gets a PlayStation 4 release now that they got the rights back.
Oh yeah, that would be, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
I don't know what success was for Control. People are like, Control bombed, like it didn't even show up in the top 10 NPD or whatever. But it's like, how expensive was that game? maybe it wasn't that expensive because it's not
To make, or
to make. Yeah,
I don't think it was too expensive. Wasn't it only a $40 game anyway, or was it full price?
it was full price, and I bought the game plus the season pass when it came out,
Mm,
and I
it
think
probably did. It probably did cost them a mint because didn't it kind of do the same thing that the Quantum Break kind of did with like the bullet time and shit like that? You could like manipulate like.
it wasn't completely all of Quantum Break powers, but there were Quantum Break esque powers in it. So
Oh
they
yeah,
probably
that couldn't have been cheap to develop.
yeah, but when you already kind of have it,
That's true.
like maybe that I don't know. I don't know how to make a fucking video game. So
And the thing that's also very weird too is like I've heard that it sold bad. I've heard that it sold modestly. I've also heard that it sold okay.
yeah.
Yeah, who
So who
knows?
knows?
Yeah.
And the people who did buy that game probably have bought the season pass as well. Just
I know
because,
everyone that has it loves it. They
yeah,
can't get enough of
I
it.
fucking love it. Game of the year.
Mm.
Yeah. Right behind I still say Days Gone is a great game. I got
I'll play that eventually.
we finally got Devin to start playing it,
Hmm.
and as much shit as he wants to talk about it, he's still playing it, and he's like, God damn it, why do I like Deacon as a character? Like he said that one time, and I was like, ah, bitch, you're starting to like this game.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's really funny. But
That's that's classic Devin. I would imagine he would do some shit like that. He usually is resistant, and then you got to be like, dude, you're gonna like this. Just try
yeah,
it.
yeah. Control's the next one. You gotta be like, you better fucking play this game. uh, shit. Let's get into what we've been playing. What have you been playing lately, man?
So I just picked up Tokyo Mirage Sessions on Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
Uh, Sharp FE Encore. I think that's the full title, right?
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
fucking.
lot of just fucking words mashed together, like most
Hmm.
Japanese games.
Even though I just got that yesterday, I put in a couple hours. I started another playthrough in Resident Evil 2 remake.
Ooh.
Yeah, with
Did you do like the other character with?
I did do the scenario A and then scenario B playthrough.
Okay.
Now I'm just doing it in reverse,
Mm,
but this time I have unlimited rocket launcher and unlimited submachine gun, so it's more fun to just go around blowing shit up.
right, right.
It's always
That's yeah. It's always fun to do that. I used to do that in Resident Evil 4 a lot.
yeah, me too. That was so fun and for.
Yeah.
And what else am I playing? I also am playing this indie game called Risk of Ruin 2 on Switch. It's
Risk of
a
Rain.
Risk of Ruin.
Risk of Ruin. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I
Hold
haven't
on.
heard of this game.
Oh no, Risk of Rain. I'm sorry, Risk of
It
Rain.
is Risk of Rain. Okay.
Risk
I
of
was
Rain
about
2.
to say.
Yeah.
Wait, I was like, I know of Risk of Rain. I've never heard of Risk of Ruin. Like,
Uh,
okay,
and
that actually looks really cool.
it's
How you
not
like?
bad. It's not
Yeah.
bad at all. It's so I actually played with my friends earlier for the first time, and that was really fucking awesome. It made it a lot easier because it's like so it's a roguelike, right? And it's like a shooter. I don't know if you've seen anybody play it or whatever, but like the enemies don't stop spawning and then they just keep spawning more and more and more and more. Just the level becomes harder and harder progressively. So by yourself you could get very overwhelmed really fast.
So it's level based. It's not like a open world.
It's
Uh,
level based, yeah.
okay. Okay. Are the levels like pretty damn big though?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. Because
They're pretty big.
I feel like Risk of Rain 1, I remember seeing a trailer of, and it was like a lot smaller.
Hmm.
And then like when I saw the trailer for Risk of Rain 2, I was like, wow, like they really like they must have made a lot of money on the first one because they really like went back to the drawing board almost, it looks like. And
Yeah, I didn't see much on the first game except for a couple pictures, but it looks like a totally different game, 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a completely different experience almost.
Yeah.
So there's co-op, you said? Is it like
hmm
4-player or
I believe it's 4-player.
okay.
I was just playing with 2 other people, so it was just the 3 of us. But I could only imagine that it would only get 4. I don't see why it would go any higher. Most games only do 4, right? Uh, but yeah, so I've been playing that. That's pretty good. And what else? That's pretty much it. Oh, I bought Brain Age, which was really tricky, and that was fun to buy. I finagled my way into buying
Mm-hmm.
because Nintendo won't release it in America for some odd reason.
Oh.
Yeah,
So you had to like get a Japanese account or something?
yeah. They actually released it in the UK, so I have a UK account and a Japanese one. So I hopped on Play Asia and bought a UK eShop card, plugged it in, and bought it that way. I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
That's one hell of a way to. That's so weird. Because
hmm hmm
UK, you might as well be US if you have if you release it in UK. Like
Really, exactly.
that's
So
so
weird.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nintendo is a strange company, man.
they really are. They really are.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's. I mean, I've been playing a little Apex too, which is
yeah,
I've been getting really good at it. So not really good, but better.
bro. Like we were looking at our, they have like the end of the year things for PlayStation or whatever.
hmm
We were showing each other, everybody in the group chat, like our stats and shit. And you remember Ian?
I do. I
Okay, yeah.
do.
He showed his stats, and it was like Apex Legends, like 400 hours of Apex Legends. I was like, holy shit, dude! Like, you must really like that game, huh? Like, he's like, yeah, it's pretty much all I play. I was like, fucking
Holy
hey,
shit!
dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
not like it that much at all,
yeah,
but I can understand why people would. It
yeah.
can be very fun, and especially if you're good at it. I'm
I
sure he's
played it.
probably really good at it.
Yeah, I played it for like a little bit.
Hmm.
I didn't get into it too much. Uh,
Yeah,
Mine myself, I had a lot of VR hours. I think I clocked in like 160 some odd hours in VR.
and say, well, you're a VR baby.
Oh
That ain't nothing new.
yeah, I fucking love
Yeah,
VR.
I was like, you love your VR, man. You love it.
Yeah, I think I spent nearly 90 hours. I think is what it said
Wow.
on No Man's Sky alone. Because when that VR patch dropped Beyond, I was playing that like religiously, like after work every night. Like especially me and James were. Like
Yeah.
I'd get off work and it'd be like 5 o'clock in the morning before I'd be like, dude, I have to go to bed now. Like, but yeah, that was like the most time in VR I played, and then Blood and Truth and Firewall Zero Hour.
Hmm.
uh, which is still an amazing, multiplayer game in VR is Firewall. It's like the best. I need to get
And
back into it. I kind of like dropped out of it when they started doing like now they do the kind of seasons type of thing that a lot of multiplayer games do, and I'm just like
oh,
it's like, oh, you got to do this challenge, and just it's kind of like a
sponges
battle.
and
It's like
yeah,
a
battle.
battle
That's
pass.
a battle.
You have
Yeah.
to do. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a battle pass.
hmm
Like, I don't really like doing this. Like, I liked it better when you would just release shit and I could just buy it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like instead of buying this battle pass and
And
then
working
having
out.
to unlock it by doing shit,
Right.
I'd
I'm gonna.
rather get the gun pack and get the skins pack, and
Yeah.
And in doing that, you guys probably were going to make way more money off of me than these fucking stupid ass battle passes that y'all are doing.
Right.
Because like
Exactly.
I spent a lot of money on that game, dude. When it first came out, like I would get all the skin packs, all the new guns, like all that. Like I bought that game for $40, and I probably spent like another $100 on that game.
So yeah, I have no problem spending. I have no problem spending $60 for a game that I like, and then putting money into it if I
Yeah.
like the game. Like that's totally fine. Whatever. That's not a problem. But you have to. I don't know. You got to pick and choose which ones you want to support, I guess. And
Yeah.
like a lot of people don't mind a battle pass. I kind of don't like them because I feel like it forces you to play a game, daily challenges and shit like that. Like it feels like it's a force to make you play the game, log in and shit,
Yeah.
daily login bonuses and things like that. Whatever. I don't know. It just makes it. It just feels like it's a push.
You can
'Cause most
buy
battle-
the opportunity to unlock this. It's like, no, I'd rather just give you money and have the shit unlocked. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't have time for that shit, dude.
No,
Like,
me neither. A lot of people don't mind it though. So I mean, I guess we're in the minority or whatever.
probably.
Yeah, probably, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, you mentioned Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I've put in like 7 hours of it.
Mhm.
Pretty much where I'm at right now is I finished the prologue. I finished chapter 1,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm in like I guess there's intermissions in between chapters
Oh,
where
really?
you can do side missions and stuff like that. So I've been doing a few of the side missions and just doing some more like grinding and stuff. I always probably over grind in RPGs
Me too.
because it's like I
You
want
can
to make
never be
sure when I get to that boss, I'm not getting my teeth kicked in. You know what I mean? Like,
too safe in a
yeah,
JRPG.
yep. Uh, so like even in like Persona 5, by the time I got to the final boss, like I just wrecked shit. You know what I mean? Because I spent like 90 hours in that game and I just like wrecked the final boss. Shout out to fucking Persona 5 The Royal, which
Yeah,
I'm
really, right.
sure, like, with that, all the games being delayed right now, I feel like that's the next one coming up
Hey
because
man, that could be a possibility.
I think so. Just because I feel like they did the same thing with the original Persona 5.
Hmm.
I want to say they even delayed Catherine Full Body.
I
Like I
can't
want,
remember, but they might have.
I think they did. They're
Yeah.
pretty famous with delaying their shit.
Oh, of course. They
So
can't fucking finish a game on time for nothing.
I don't believe them for a second every time they're like, yo, well, I guess Persona Q2, they didn't delay that, did they?
I don't think they did. That actually came
Yeah.
out rather quickly, to be quite
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. I have yet to play that. Mainly because I got to beat Persona Q1 first.
Yeah, I never beat one,
Yeah.
and like it's really hard to find both of them.
Yeah.
They are not easy to find.
Really? That's
Well,
interesting.
I mean,
If you want to go physical, right? You could always just buy digital.
no, I don't know if you can even buy them digital. To be
I
honest,
feel like I feel like I bought Q1 digitally
okay, but yeah,
on
physical.
the 3DS.
Yeah, 3DS, but
Yeah.
yeah, physical. You won't see it.
Mm. Yeah. That
And
does
if
seem
you,
like a more limited physical release, though. I don't know.
hmm and if you do see it, you should buy it because it's a great game. I mean, I don't know about two, but one's a great game. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I haven't like I said, I haven't beat one, but yeah, it's definitely a
Yeah, but I enjoyed my time with it.
yeah. I put in a good amount of time on it.
Yeah, me too.
But I just I don't know. I think I was just like at my RPG peak at that time. It's like you get to a point where it's like, ah, fuck. Like I gotta take a break from these games.
Right.
Yeah, I am really digging Tokyo Mirage Sessions, whatever the hell the rest of the game is. Encore Faye.
Encore phase,
Yeah,
sharp Q. No, fucking no.
yeah. It's but whatever it is. Yeah, it's really neat. It reminds me a lot of the Persona games, like you said. It's Persona meets Shin Megami, the other Shin Megami Tensei games.
Right. A
I
little
guess
bit.
the costumes are kind of what the costumes what make them kind of
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem? Is that what it is? Or I don't even know. Like I don't get
So,
all the references, I guess.
uh, the boy was his fucking Aoi, Ai, oh yeah, whatever his fucking name is. His guy, Crom, he's from Fire Emblem. I believe
Oh, okay.
the chick in the
Kada? Or are you talking about
yeah, I think Kadea too, or Kada is also from Fire Emblem, I think. I'm talking about Tiki.
Tiki? She's in Fire Emblem?
She's from Fire Emblem.
Okay.
And
All right.
so they're from Fire Emblem, and then like the sound when you level up is from Fire Emblem. Some of the sounds they use are from Fire Emblem.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense then. But yeah. Other than that, it reminds me of like Persona 4 Golden type of gameplay.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just like the right game at the right time for me. It's like I've been
Yeah.
wanting this type of game for a while and not really wanting to like go back to Persona 5 since Royal is going to come out and I'm going to play that all over again. So to have
Right.
like this new game that's
Mm-hmm.
technically not a new game because it was a Wii U game, but who the fuck owned a Wii U?
Who owned it? Yeah,
So it's a new game to most people.
exactly.
and it scratch that itch.
Yeah.
It's really neat, and I feel like there's like a lot of Brian games coming out this year. This is like the first one. You're gonna have Final Fantasy VII remake,
Mm.
which the combat is gonna be different, but they're
It's
kind
apparently
of like
supposed. I
they're
mean,
kind
it's
of trying to satisfy both sides of the Final Fantasy.
well.
Like,
What I've heard is that both styles that they're doing are really fucking good because they are going to do a little turn-based something or other, right? They're going to try to do a little something, kind of like
yeah,
kind of like what Final Fantasy 15 did, and I mean that's basically what.
I never got the way 15 did it though, dude. Like I tried to do it and it would be like the game would pause and it would like stop for a second, but then it would go again. It wasn't done well in 15. I'm
Mm,
just gonna say that. Like they didn't do it justice in 15. And quite honestly, like I really tried to like 15. I tried really hard.
yeah, me too. We all
But
did.
I couldn't get into it, man. I couldn't do
No,
it. I
no.
I gave it a good, I want to say at least 12 hours before I was like, I'm done. Like,
Oh, dude, I invested
um,
so much time in the Final Fantasy 15 in that universe, and I mean, like, I don't hate it, but like, it could have been a lot better.
and
I
I
feel like,
must admit, 2 of those 12 hours I spent fishing because I actually liked fishing in that game. I was like, they just need to make this game a fishing game. I'll fucking play this game. And then they made the VR game, and I was like, well, fuck yeah, dude. That was cool. They had made that VR fishing game and found it. So that's what I like. That's what came out of it for me. I was like,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
VR
hilarious.
fishing. Yeah.
You're
uh, but yeah,
saying that you are a lot of games are coming out for you this year.
yeah. There's that. Yakuza is gonna be a turn-based game. The new Yakuza, and
Really?
like they've showed off the menus and that looks like it's pulled straight out of Persona. Like the menus look
That's cool.
so it's
Too
like,
stylish, yeah.
bro, I'm all about that. Uh,
Hmm.
just I'm sure there's all sorts of other stuff I'm not even thinking about right now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm bummed about the delays, but at
Yeah.
least they didn't get delayed out of the year. My one buddy's like, what's the point of them coming out in September, like right around the corner of fucking PS5 and shit? Like, who gives a fuck? I'm like, you're kind of right, but I still want to. I still want to play Cyberpunk. I still want to play Avengers.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like, god damn, stop delaying the shit into the September though. I'm still
Right.
trying to buy a PS5.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
want to bleed my wallet dry before I'm able to buy your new console.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, if I have to choose, it's going to be a PS5, but
Yeah, and I'll just wait a few months and play if everything's backwards compatible anyways, then fuck it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
but we'll see. You know, there's rumors that there's gonna be a event in February for PlayStation,
Yep.
similar to what they did for
For
PS4.
PS4. Yeah.
Uh, I remember that day very vividly, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you why.
Why?
I think that same night, because I got wasted. Yeah, that was the night. Here's something that was the night I got my the only trouble I ever got with the law.
Oh
I got
shit.
I got a DUI that night.
My God.
Yeah, I was so fucking wasted. And then like I watched that, and then a buddy of mine was like, "Yo, can you pick me up from work?" And I did the dumb thing that you
That's
should
it.
never do and say yes when you're wasted. And yeah, I got pulled over, and yeah, there was no lying to the cops. I was like, I'm fucking,
Yeah.
I'm good. Just like
I just, yeah.
you got to do what you got to do, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, so
Right.
yeah, I remember that night. I'm not ever doing that shit ever again. Like, fucking yeah.
No,
There's
yeah, I've been there myself, man. It's so fucking yeah.
yeah, fucking you be safe out there, people.
Yes, please, people, drink
Uber
responsibly. Yeah.
Uber is a thing that exists in places besides where I lived at that time. Like,
Right.
there was like
And
no
left.
taxi services in bumfuck Panhandle, Florida that I lived in. There probably is now, but there wasn't in 2013.
Yeah, I'm sure there's options now, but I
Yeah.
mean, back then, back even 2013 and shit, there wasn't.
Yeah.
Like there's ride shares and fucking shit, and you can call fucking. There's fucking cab companies. I think that'll just take people home and shit and whatever. Like it's they're nice. That's nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, where I'm at now, fucking I lift everywhere. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, me too. I lift an Uber. That's
yeah.
just it.
I mean, it's just cheaper than owning a car right now. It really is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eventually, I'll buy another car, but right now, I'm not even worried about it.
No. Yeah.
But shit. Besides Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I've still been playing a lot of Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I think
Hmm.
that's like probably one of the best things they've done with Mario in a while. And I know I
Okay.
haven't played Odyssey, so maybe Odyssey's this fantastic fucking Mario game.
Well, I mean, did you like 3D Mario games?
I do, but I haven't played all of them.
Mm.
So I don't know. Uh, this just it like I said, it's like an XCOM light game, like we talked about earlier, and it's just there's something cool about there being like a more strategic style Mario game. And I know they have the other like kind of Mario RPGs, like the Paper Mario games and the Mario and Luigi games,
Yep.
which are like really good too, and I dig those over some of the other Mario games.
Right. Yeah, me too.
it's just like, I don't know, when it comes to like 3D platformers, it's like I'm not a huge fan of a lot of them. Like I don't know, like
Yeah, I could understand that.
Ukulele was okay, but it wasn't fan fucking tastic.
Mm,
Ukulele 2 I have on my Switch. The Impossible Lair,
yeah,
way better game. Way better
right.
game. They fucking turned that into a 2D platforming game
Yeah, it's so much
and
better.
broke it down into levels and all this shit. So much better. Like
Yeah,
I don't know who in that company was like, yo, like we know we wanted to make Banjo Kazooie with this first one, but instead of doing that, let's make
a
new
really good,
Super Mario Brothers.
a,
You
a
know,
really good 2D fucking
yeah.
platformer. Yeah, like
And it's like whoever, they deserve a fucking raise. Like they just do, because that game is 100 times better than the original Ukulele. And
right.
I hope they made, good money on it, because it's a damn fun game.
I hope they did too. They deserve to. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it's a really good game, and like nobody was expecting it. So,
for sure. And I think it's really interesting that you can like go to the impossible lair at any point in the game.
oh really?
Yeah, you can just be like, they have the levels,
Hmm.
uh, and pretty much what that does is you gain like more health, pretty much, from playing the levels. But
Hmm.
then you can just go to the impossible lair and try to do it, like at any point. Like even at the very end of the beginning, you'd be like, oh, I have fucking pretty much one hit and I'll
Cool.
die. You know what I mean? And you can try
Yeah.
impossible lair again if you want, uh, or you can do the rest of the game and build it up, build it up, build it up, and then go back.
Right.
But at
Right.
any point, you can go back and try the impossible lair, which is pretty neat. It's a
Cool.
interesting take on the whole genre, I guess. It's that like you can go and fight the final boss at any point. It's neat. Uh, Other than that, not much. You know, I went and saw this movie, Underwater. You heard of it? It's got Kristen Stewart in it.
I
TJ
think I might
Miller.
have. Yes, I did actually hear about this
Uh, I
vaguely though.
I actually liked it quite a bit.
Oh,
It's, there's a lot of shitty January movies that come out. Like
mm,
most movies in January that come out,
yeah, they're bad.
pretty shitty.
Hmm.
Although I did hear that 1917 is damn good, and I do intend on watching that too, because I like war movies anyways.
Hmm.
But yeah, this movie was pretty neat. The kind of basic plot summary is these people are in the Mariana Trench. They're drilling into like the bottom of the seabed there in the Mariana Trench, and
Right.
these deep underwater bases, pretty much. And shit goes wrong really quickly, and I do actually really respect that the movie didn't try to waste our time with like this long beginning trying to explain shit. It's like, no, like pretty much the first fucking scene, like
Hmm.
shit goes terrible, and it's like, okay, we're getting into this movie right fucking now. All right, so that was pretty neat. Uh,
That's cool. Yeah.
so
Don't
like,
waste my time.
yeah, definitely doesn't. So shit goes wrong in this underwater base, so they have
Hmm.
to trek across. It's like Kristen Stewart and like 4 or 5 other people
Hmm.
have to trek across the bottom of the seafloor in these like fucking suits that they can wear,
Hmm.
uh, that allows it, and go to a different base. Pretty much is their thing, and they'll wait for rescue there, or hope that there's escape pods at least or something. Uh, so and it's like it seems like it's that simple at first, but then not everything is as it seems. Like
Of course.
something is out to get them.
Right.
Uh, pretty much that's like the whole like overarching thing in the movie, and I am way surprised that they didn't make this a Cloverfield movie
Huh.
because it could have been
Tied in with yeah.
very easily a Cloverfield movie, and they wouldn't have had to change the script almost at all. Almost not at all, because if you remember in the first Cloverfield movie,
Mm-hmm.
there's an oil rig that gets capsized by the
Mm-hmm.
monster
Yeah.
from Cloverfield.
Mm-hmm.
So like you could be it would have been so easy. It would have been so like, and you know, they would just have to, I don't know. Like if this movie is a secret Cloverfield, if somebody would like tomorrow was like, "Yo, guess what? This is a secret Cloverfield movie," I would have been like,
You
"Of
wouldn't be
course."
surprised.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really neat movie, and like if you're interested in those kind of Cloverfield-esque movies like this, where it's like sci-fi and you know very character focused, which I feel like most Cloverfield movies are. Like
Mm-hmm.
they always have that close group of characters.
Yeah.
Uh, I would say definitely go watch it before it leaves the theaters. It was a fun time.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, I really dug it. And that's not much you can say about January movies usually.
Like they aren't good usually, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah. Jeez, Cats. Cats was
Yeah.
last month though, right? Or did they
I
come out in January? I don't know.
no Cats came out. I haven't seen it though. I want to so fucking bad.
I want to just because of how bad it sounds, dude.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, apparently it's so bad that it comes back around to good. It's a fucking great bad watch. It's so funny. I'm like, that sounds fantastic. I love movies like that.
you're like, I don't know. that shit's so funny though, dude. The fact that they had to patch that movie too.
Yeah,
Like
really.
they literally patched a movie, which is like, what the fuck is going on, dude? So it's like, oh, we re-released a new version with better special effects. It's like after like a month or so, maybe, but it was like literally days after they were like, oh, we gotta.
They were like,
Yeah.
oh, well, we can't fix it, but we can like touch it. So that's what
Yeah,
we'll do for you.
we can make it to where you don't see people's hands where their paws are supposed to be sometimes. Like, uh, yeah, that's a movie I do want to see just to you know because it sounds
Yeah, just to have a
cool.
fun time. Yeah.
Maybe that's one you fucking like smoke a joint and watch or something. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, shoot, what else? I mean, other than that, shit. A lot of games got delayed. Are you are you excited for anything coming up soon? Like, is there
I
any?
mean, the closest thing that I care about right now is Final Fantasy, and that's what got pushed to
April?
it got pushed to the 13th or something of April or something, or the 10th. Yeah,
Yeah,
the 10th is what it was.
April
So
10th.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But that's all that I know that has a concrete date that's like tangible. That's in the first 6 months of this year. Like, I mean, the back end's got a lot of great stuff, but there's a lot of shit that is scheduled for 2020 but doesn't have a definitive window. Like Dying Light 2 is still not out, and it still has no. This is a game that's fucking been in development for I don't even know, man. Dying Light 2 has been in development for fucking forever, man. It's had a lot of fucking release dates that got pushed back. Like it was supposed to come out in 2019. I thought, first, second. I'm pretty sure, but so you got
Yeah.
games like that, and it's just
All the Ubisoft games got delayed.
yeah, that's good for them. I listen.
Yeah.
I want them to do that. If anyone's gonna do it, they need to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
They were going a little too crazy. Like, they got to slow down with that shit.
mhm.
And they really need to quit dick teasing us with Splinter Cell, man. If you're going to do it right, man. Like, fucking release a Splinter Cell game. Don't release a stupid DLC and fucking Ghost Recon Wildlands. Don't release
Right.
a stupid mobile game where he's one of the characters in it.
Right.
Release a fucking Splinter Cell game, people. Like, come on.
What are you fucking actually doing? It's very insulting, actually.
Yeah, it really is. I know they are super crazy with these live service games, but they need to like realize that there is, I mean, look at everything Sony releases. There is value to making a story based
Yeah.
single player game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people eat that shit up. Look at God of War. Hell, look at Days Gone sales. Look at God of War. Like,
Yeah,
Days
exactly.
Gone, the most impressive number I heard from Days Gone is in Japan. Days Gone in 2 weeks in Japan, not worldwide.
Mhm.
Outsold God of War's lifetime Japanese sales in 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
So them Japanese people liked them some fucking Days Gone, dude.
Apparently, yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
that is insane, you know what I mean? And it is,
Mhm.
it was like fucking Hideo Kojima's new game. Why am I fucking blanking on it?
Oh, Death Stranding. Yeah.
Yeah, that game is nowhere to be seen in NPD numbers right now, which is kind of weird. I don't know. But then again, that game is really fucking weird too. So I
Right.
think like they banked a little too much on Hideo Kojima for this. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I don't. I think that his studio is going to be in some trouble, if we're being honest.
it could be. I don't know. They got. I don't know. Yeah. If they don't, they got a lot of money from Sony to make this game.
Mhm.
But they don't have. I don't know if Sony's gonna want to back them up with more money for the next game. So if they
Right.
don't have another big publisher that wants to, back
Take
them
a chance.
and take a
Yeah.
chance on them, then yeah, they could be in trouble. And I know they're gonna be releasing the PC version in the coming months,
Mhm.
and maybe the PC crowd will eat the game up. Who knows? You know what I mean?
They might
Especially
love it.
mod the game, and
Right.
put
Yeah, they can mod it and fucking the graphics will be better, and
yeah.
it make a big difference. Probably. Maybe.
It looks like a lot of there's huge rumors going around that are that have to be true. Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be coming to PC. It
Right.
sounds it sounds like God of War might do that as well.
Really.
The more the merrier. If you want to fucking like I've never been a PC gamer, so if you want to
No,
release
me
a
neither.
game on PC, go ahead. I'm still gonna be the guy who buys the console,
Right. Me too.
puts uploads the game on my hard drive, and all I have to do is wait for. The worst thing I have to do is wait for an update for the game and not have to worry about 20 drivers that I have to update. You know,
Right.
like I'd
Exactly.
much rather do that than go on PC and
Yeah.
well.
Try. Yeah. Mhm.
So I mean, but Really, like, I'm actually kind of excited to see videos online of Horizon Zero Dawn on like ridiculously crazy PCs. You know what I mean? And just see how fucking
Yeah,
crazy that game is. You know what I mean?
let's see
Because
how
you
great
know
it'd
it's
be.
gonna look,
Beautiful. Yeah, it's
it's
gonna be
gonna be
beautiful.
fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah. Other than that, I guess shit. We've been talking for almost an hour, or maybe a little over an hour.
Hmm.
Uh, anything else to add, buddy?
No, I guess no. I'm still undecided of my game of the decade, but maybe if I come back next time, I'll have one.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely think about it, and we'll see what happens. Uh,
Right.
yeah. And Jesus Christ, just like we were talking about Witcher 3, that fucking Witcher show on Netflix.
Such a
Jesus,
great show.
so good, dude. I can't believe I gotta wait until 2021 to
No,
see the next season. It's like, are you kidding me? Um,
such a fucking tease.
it's yeah, the, in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Fucking Henry Cavill looking pretty damn good for,
Yeah.
this is me. I'm straight. I don't give a fuck, dude. Henry Cavill looks pretty fucking hot, dude. I don't care.
He's a very attractive guy. Makes a very great draw too. So I mean, it works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He does uh a good blend of the voice. It's not like a complete copy of the game, but you can
Right.
kind of see the inspiration. But that's that's a really good show. I can't wait for the next season.
I mean, either it sucks that we have to wait so long, but
Uh BoJack is the part 2 of his final season is coming out soon.
the 30th of the month, I believe.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Hmm.
I wonder, are they gonna kill my boy BoJack off? They might.
I
They
don't
might do
think so, but they might.
it.
I mean, it's a pretty dark show.
Yeah. For all we know, he's gonna jump off a fucking building.
Right? We'll see. We'll see.
All right. Either way, if you like this, guys, like it, share with your friends, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll get you back too.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
But anyways, take it easy, guys. Peace.
Yes.